Yo, what's good, people? Izzy Max here, back again for another VGC Draft League match. This week we're looking to bounce back from that terrible loss last week. It was just awful. We're not going to talk about it anymore. But I am going to start doing the team previews, kind of getting you guys an idea of what I'm building and why. So first up, we have Gallade. Justified. This is a Eject pack, Gallade. So the reason behind Eject pack is if he leads on his team, I'm guessing he's going to have Cloyster, Tyranitar, Clefable, Orbeetle, Milotic, and Grimmsnarl. And if we hit the T-Tar with a close combat, even in its max form, it has a chance to kill. On the off chance it doesn't, we get obliterated by a max crunch or even a regular crunch. So the Eject pack is going to get us out of there, switch into something favorable, probably the Ferrothorn or Savali Electric, and be able to kind of take control of the game from there. But this is a max attack, enough speed to outspeed, I think it's Milotic, base 0 speed Milotic. And then the rest in HP, its moves are Close Combat, Leaf Blade, Rock Slide, and Poison Jab. Pretty basic. This was an AV set until the last minute, and I decided to change it. Next up, we have Sylveon. This is max special attack, 12 speed to outspeed 0 speed T-Tar, and the rest in HP. This is Pixelate with the Pixie Plate. Moves are Hyper Beam, Hyper Voice, Protect, and Yawn. This is kind of a offensive support mod if I need the Yawns. And Hyper Beam actually secures the kill on some Tyranitars, to where Hyper Voice doesn't because this is a double battle, so damage is spread a little differently. But that's the Sylveon there. Next up, we have Ferrothorn. This is an AV Ferrothorn. It was almost leftovers with Leech Seed, but this is a max HP, max defense. His main sweepers are physical attackers. And we have Body Press, Iron Head, Power Whip, and Knockoff, basic AV Ferrothorn. Next up, we have Inteleon. So this is going to help me in the Follow Me matchup with the Clefable because Snipe Shot always hits its target. So I can Snipe Shot and Hyper Voice to almost get the kill, unless he's super bulky. On the T-Tar, this is max special attack, enough speed to outspeed as fast as Mon, with the rest in HP. We do have Snipe Shot, Dark Pulse, Air Slash, and U-Turn. This is choice specs. And then I think this is... Nope, we got one more. Next, we have Savali Electric, one of my favorite Mons right now. Max attack, enough speed to outspeed his Orbeetle. And then we have multi-attack, Rock Slide, Iron Head, and Reversal. So the weird thing about Reversal is it's supposed to be stronger the less HP you have. But in its max form, it's base 100, which most fighting moves are only base 90 in the max form. So super excited to use that. It's going to be pretty fun and kind of unexpected. And then lastly, we just have Persian, max HP, almost max HP, some defense, and some speed. Again, just to outspeed Orbeetle, which is his fastest Mon. With Beat Up, of course, for Gallade. Fake Out to help me in the Follow Me matchups. Taunt to stop Follow Me, Shell Smash, Dragon Dance, Trick Room, stuff like that. And then Parting Shot just to get out. So that's the team, and I will see you in the game. Okay, so we're back in the game here. A little bit of a precursor. Something popped up for my opponent, so this is only going to be a best of one, which is a little awkward. But nevertheless, we'll go ahead and jump in the game. I already discussed my team and what I thought he was bringing, which we nailed perfectly. I did start the recording when we were playing a little late, so we're just right into the battle. Surprisingly, he is going to lead off Cloyster and Clefable. But this even plays into the Gallade trap, which is why I thought the Eject pack was going to be kind of key here. Eject pack lets us get out, and I don't really think the Cloyster could have really done anything to any of the Mons that I really had in the back. Because I started late, you're not seeing, I do have Ferrothorn and Savali Electric in the back. But the Fake Out here is just to stop the Follow Me, because I was figuring he was going to go for a Shell Smash. And it shows here that he's not Mental Herb, but he is going to be Focus Sash, which is fine. The Close Combat comes off here and would have one-shot, which is fantastic. As our stats go down, he is going to proc the Focus Sash, but we're going to get the heck out I don't want, even at -1, because we debated to run the Mental Herb on the Gallade, but even at neutral stats, it was dying to a max crunch. It wasn't taking hits very well. So it just did its job. It did damage. Here I was debating whether or not to go into Ferrothorn or not, but because I figured it was going to follow me again, the Clefable, I was just going to max Rock. He's going to set the Sand anyway, and if we already have the Sand set by the time he sends out his T-Tar, if he has it, his Sand turns will run down, which is totally fine with me. So I am just going to max Rock the Clefable, and I'm just going to switch out into Ferrothorn. Based on what the Cloyster can get in terms of skill link moves, it doesn't have anything to touch Ferrothorn. I'm maxing Silvally here, so it can't really do a bunch to Silvally. And you'd never Dynamax a Mon that's on 1. So I'm not expecting much here from the Cloyster, as I am just going to Dynamax. This was my best bet, because he also, as you see on the layout, is bringing the Milotic. And the current set in the meta now, granted this is a draft league, not the actual VGC meta, is Coil Hypnosis, which works really well against my team. So that's kind of the whole reason I brought Silvally Electric. Yes, it does hit a lot of his Mons super effectively, but I need the electric terrain. And as we see here, Pin Missile, we did call the switch correctly. That would have demolished Persian. It might not have. I don't know, because of Fur Coat, but the last one was a crit. Doesn't really matter. And here we do just go for the max Rockfall. I wasn't calling the follow me or anything. This is just the best play I could do. Because the Cloyster's not going to live from the Sandstorm. It's on 1 HP. So the Cloyster goes down here, and we're in a really good spot. That's one of his main sweepers down. And then I think here he goes into his Milotic. And this is where I need to get the Clefable out of here. Because Coil, as it doesn't matter if he hits the Hypnosis or not, because I will have Electric Terrain up. Spoiler. But he is still boosting his defenses. And I'm getting to a point, if he gets too boosted, I just can't kill him. Because I am AV on the Ferrothorn this week. I don't have Leech Seed or Toxic or anything to kind of stall him out. So this is my best play. I have to get the terrain up. I have to get Clefable out of here, as it is just going to go for a follow me. It's basically a follow me bot in this game, which is fine. That's one of the roles that it does, and it does it super well because it's really bulky. And if you notice, he is running Magic Guard instead of Unaware, which I thought was kind of strange. Just because, as you know in the league, my Mons boost to Oblivion and just sweep, i.e. the Gallade. But he's not doing that, so that led me to believe he wasn't afraid of Gallade. As we do see, this is the Babiri Berry, which is a good bring. I have a lot of steel coverage, and it doesn't quite kill, which is where Magic Guard, I guess, comes in handy for him. He is going to have the max advantage, but at this point, I don't really know what he's going to max. So here, I'm just going to do max Steel Spike, kind of boost my defenses. I am still expecting the T-Tar. Tyranitar is just so good. I was just expecting it to come. So I am just going to Steel Spike the Clefable. And I debated here whether or not I wanted to knock off or Power Whip. I was afraid Power Whip would miss, but I just go for it anyway. I need the damage. It's starting to set up, and I just need it gone. My Milotic is such a huge problem, because if I can't deal with it before the terrain goes down, I'm pretty sure I lose. But here we do just knock out the Clefable, get the defense boost, not a huge deal. Clefable wasn't doing much anyway. And then here we actually end up hitting the Power Whip as he goes for a Hypnosis. I guess forgetting Electric Terrain is up. I hate the terrains in this generation. They are so hard to see. Because in past generations, the whole screen changed colors. But in this, it's just a light sprinkle on the floor. So that was kind of huge. Granted, I don't know what other moves he has because I don't think he's hitting either of my mons for super effective damage. I didn't even see what he was going, what mon he was targeting. Probably Thistle Valley. But here we do just see Orbeetle come out. Shiny Orbeetle is pretty cool. So here I'm actually surprised not to see T-Tar. So I'm expecting like a G-Max Orbeetle with Gravity. Granted, that still won't work because of electric terrain. But I said, okay, let's just kill the Milotic. I can deal with the Orbeetle with what I have in the back. And I wanted to knock off just because I was like 80% sure multi-attack electric was going to kill the Milotic because it was only at +1. It needed to be at +2 to live a hit from where it is. But I don't know. I just went for the guarantee. The Milotic was the main threat. Not too worried about Orbeetle. It doesn't hit incredibly hard. As we do just see the multi-attack go off into the Milotic. Doing huge damage. Hey, Johnny. And here I am now wishing I went for the knockoff because it would have done huge damage here to the Orbeetle. But Power Whip comes off. It is a crit, but that's still pretty good damage for a resisted hit. And I have no attack investment. If you remember in the team preview, this is a super defensive Ferrothorn. This was my emergency Maxmon if I needed to deal with T-Tar and such. But here I am just going to Rock Slide and knock off. The game is pretty much sealed. I think he ends up forfeiting. Yeah, the battle was canceled. So that's going to be the end of the game. We do technically take the 8-0, which is kind of rough for my opponent, but I do believe, based on what we've seen and what we did, we would have won anyway. The eject pack was super clutch. It was kind of funny. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, please, again, don't forget to hit that like button. It does help the channel grow. We are about 20 subs away from 100 subs. And I do have some new projects that I've been thinking and probably going to start probably either today or next week, which I'm pretty excited for. So be on the lookout for those. And if you enjoyed, yeah, just leave a like. Comment down below if you liked the team preview. I'll try to do that more often. These videos are relatively short. But anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.